All right, no other tea time, 7th one. We've made it a whole week. Tomorrow will be Sunday, and that's when we started last week. So let me start with this. It has been a whirlwind being a father. I can hear it now from my loved ones. Like, hey, no one said it was going to be easy. Oh yeah, tell me about it. Being a parent is hard. You're a pain in the ass the whole life, yada yada yada. Not my parents saying that. Probably one of my other family members. But that's something that truly makes you as a couple stronger, and it also puts you to your absolute limits. Christina and I feel like we had a plan going into daycare, and then we basically were going by the seat of our pants. And boy, did it chew us up and spit us out. It got us good. We weren't prepared, and then we went to a daycare that I'm very close to right now. Very highly touted daycare in the area. Very expensive. The one in our neighborhood was spoken for. We couldn't get into it till August. And so we made the best of the situation, ponied up, and started going to this daycare. Sophia was sick. She was there for 6 weeks. She was sick 4 out of the 6 weeks. And I'm a man that's been through hell and back 4 times and been able to see the devil, look him in the face, turn around, and come back to prosperous times. Talk about hell on earth. And my friends and colleagues at ADP always said, wait till you have kids, It's very tough, very tough, very tough. Boy, were they right. These 4 to 6 weeks really did a number on us. And lucky enough for us, after that 5.5 weeks, we learned that the daycare in our neighborhood opened up, which instead of a 40-minute door-to-door experience, it was a, 6-minute door-to-door, which gave more time for us. The environment was more for us. We had friends that were there that referred us, and it's been a world difference. But the problem with having different diagnoses, one like bipolar disorder, you do need to prioritize your rest and your sleep. And I'm a big person who turns their routines into rituals. And as I mentioned to you guys, have built systems to help me not fail. Well, in that time period where she was sick, our lovely Sophia was sick for 4 out of the 6 weeks. We're talking very, very sick. We got sick too. Our sleeping schedules were off. And my lovely wife, Christina, put the team on her shoulders, and she would be the one getting up most of the days so I could try to sleep and get some more sleep. Well, a lot of people, when they see a manic episode from the outside looking in, they try to look for answers. And I love how much support I have. I love that Team Garbo is called Team Garbo. Like I said, I'm bowling with bumpers all the time. If I were to switch lanes, I would have bumpers on that lane. If I would go to the first lane, bumpers on that lane. The whole entire Brunswick zone has bumpers up when I walk into the building. And that's a really, really powerful thing to have. But with the age of information, the age of openness that AJ is, sometimes we shouldn't play backseat driver or backseat therapist, backseat doctor. I'm not even talking about one person in particular here. But if I don't know describe how I'm feeling, if I am a poor communicator, just because I communicate often doesn't mean unbelievable, hey, every time he says something, I get it. I pick it up, I put it down. I'm not. I put effort out there, but sometimes I don't even know how to describe how I'm feeling. So I challenge everyone to not try to describe the feeling of others. Let them figure it out. Let them take the time to understand what those feelings were. It took time for me and Christina to realize, like, holy crap, we just went through it with daycare. And it took us, I don't know, 3 days to realize that, like, okay, this new place is way, 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 way better than for us. And I do a terrible job trying to describe and shine a light of what I'm going through, but sometimes it takes time to understand that. And I have some loved ones right now that are trying to describe to me my feelings based off of the DSM-5. Guys, it's the DSM-5. It's the 5th edition. I'm pretty sure in the future, I don't know when it would be, there's going to be a DSM-6. I'm not a betting man. I'm very bad. DraftKings takes all of my money, but I put some money down here and there. I put money on the Flyers to win the cup. That's not looking too hot. But you can take my bet in saying that DSM-5, it's the 5th edition, meaning that it is ever changing. Don't try to be an expert. Try to be an expert friend, which my best friend in the world, someone that I thought was an enemy in high school because he played football for the rival team and he was the rival linebacker. He was a rival fullback. He talked to me a couple weeks ago. He's like, yeah, man, everyone just needs to relax. I keep telling everyone, everyone needs to relax. AJ's got this. I don't even know the emotions I'm going through. I don't. What I know is that Awalo has an elite product that I had to put 3 ice cubes in. And I know that I'm going to continue to work on myself and continue to move forward. But don't try to be someone's doctor for them. Don't try to give them the answers, especially if they're not looking. Because sometimes, just like this daycare situation, the road's going to pan out in front of you if you're on the right path. I can tell you that, fellas and ladies. I'm always going to be on the right path. I'm always going to be moving forward. And that's the climb. And I'm super excited to share everyone very soon that I have the cover out and mental health awareness. At the end of the month, my book will be coming out on Amazon. So take the 8 minutes of the tea time. Take it for what it's worth. I have really appreciated these 7 days of sharing my experience. And I wouldn't be doing it justice if I didn't actually share everything that I was feeling and not sharing that little tidbit on, there was a moment in time where Christina and I got taken out to the cleaners. And that is called being new parents. And that really, if everyone's wondering, why did AJ get sick again? And honestly, everyone can be using these terms as nouns: bipolar, anxious, depression, schizophrenic. You could talk about OCD. All those are nouns to people when they hear that. Why don't we just go back to well and unwell, right? And we just let the cards fall as they may. You know, when AJ was unwell, which, by the way, I touch all of those nouns, that stigma. Everyone feels that those diagnoses don't necessarily describe them because they hurt so deeply, although they describe me very well. I think it's best for everyone to keep climbing and to accept one another, that sometimes we don't know what we're going through until the road clears out. And so I love everyone to death, and I hope everyone has a fantastic Mother's Day weekend. And I'm so excited to celebrate with Christina because she has been really my rock. And while we were completely misaligned with the daycare, it led for a great example for us to learn. And when we have our second kid, it'll be a lot smoother. So thanks, everyone. Keep climbing, and that's another tea time.